here, that nothing seemingly is going right between Harry and Meghan. And this, of course, normally happens in that phrase. I love this phrase, don't you? Power couples. This is seemingly because, of course, when you're a power couple, it's very difficult. You want the power. Both of you want the power. We've seen this numerous times. I mentioned it recently about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Both egos the size of Alaska, of course, but nobody wants to back down. It's all lovey-dovey until things start to go wrong, as we saw. And now Ben and Jen are getting, well, divorced. The same could be said, of course, for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. And this particular innocent video, which was all about to celebrate their latest quest, well, even behind the scenes, things were going dramatically wrong. Let me explain. Hi, good to see you. You're right. Now, thank you, by the way, for your support with the recent video of that terrible individual who decided to label the royals, of course, cruel and deceitful, all that sort of stuff. As I said, it's always worth to go back and look at these things, because the reason behind that video and the reason why I wanted to share you this is these people forget that obviously without the MBE being awarded to them all of those years ago, which they've traded on for many years, and they're not giving it back. Remember that they can attack the royals, but oh no, she's not going to be giving it back, isn't Carol Vorderman, because quite frankly, her career now is in the doldrums. It's going nowhere. She knows it, but of course, by being controversial on social media, she thinks people might book her. They're clearly not. But I think it's an unkind thing, isn't it? And I'd love to see the royals take it back. I'd love to sort of say, well, we're taking it back. Don't you dare give it me. I'll just whip it back. Good job I'm not in power, isn't it? Yes, can you imagine? I'd know. King Charles could do with me ruling that court. Alongside Queen Camilla, of course, we could take on the world. Absolutely. Let's get back to your royal story of the day. This story, this picture, should I say, well, sort of paints 1,000 words, doesn't it? There they are, looking like two extras from the Addams family. And you kind of think, now what you're going to be telling us. And it was just literally droning on and on. Well, let me tell you, behind the scenes, things were not going particularly well, or indeed easy. Here's where it gets even more interesting, because apparently Prince Harry was very dismayed that this message didn't fly off, as it were. People weren't talking about him and, oh, it's marvellous and, front page news forever. He's actually stunned and very aware of the popularity plummeting. Meghan Markle lives in her own cloud. It's never her problem. And of course, it's everybody else's problem. You get the picture. Moving forward, though, behind the scenes, this really created some problems, because even down to the fact that who spoke first, that was a dilemma. How long do each individual speak for? Who has the final say? Yes, I mean, really, the egos have landed. Not only that, allegedly, poppies or no poppies, which side of her ear should Meghan wear her hair? Every single detail was picked apart. And this is exactly what people have been saying about working with the ex-royals, is the fact that nothing's ever good enough. If it comes out badly, it's somebody else's fault. Many staff members have said that. It's a miracle they got through this particular video, because apparently, as I told you, Meghan Markle felt that, she should deliver this message alone, as a mother, as she likes to keep pointing out, right? Now, where it gets even more interesting, the team said no, without him, after the success of Africa and the World Child Awards, he had to be in it. So consequently, maybe that was the reason why Meghan was smirking at certain things and not necessarily as engaged as she should be. Whatever you think, I thought Prince Harry put it over with sincerity, and he is a good public speaker. But it just drones on with no direct message. And the problem is, of course, when you're trying to fight for space, for power, and more importantly, making sure that your message, you are heard. It must be incredibly difficult to find that suddenly now you're lumbered, perhaps on both sides, with something that you never planned for. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.